Hey, yo, Cece here. If you're following along, we are following along my journey of health and fitness, trying to find the best macros and ways to handle things like the ADHD. I have like impulsive kind of overeating, and just kind of like how I keep my motivation to do exercise and diet, even though I do have struggles. So, we are on kind of like a mission to find bulk obsession foods. I've sort of gotten tired of just trying to eat smaller meals and all these other little things and fasting and all this stuff. I'm just kind of bored of it, to be honest. And I do have luck with those, especially going on different types of fasts, but the weight just seems to easily come back. And what I'm really trying to move to is a more intuitive style eating when I can trust my intuition. So I have an easier time doing that when I have like obsession foods that also happen to be very healthy for me, So I've been eating that crab salad with the cabbage, and that's just like better macros. Honestly, I would really rather ramp that all up with some non-fat Greek yogurt and maybe like my own homemade, crab salad. But for right now, it's tasty, it's convenient, and it's ready for me to eat whenever I want. But I discovered another one, and I know the internet just loves doing videos like this and stuff. I'll do a picture of it later. I'm not, again, really trying to become some giant internet star. This is more for just like my friends if they ask about it, if they want to see what I do for diet and exercise or whatever. So I saw this recipe on the internet and I just ran out to the store to try it, and it was absolutely fantastic. It's steamed eggs with non-fat Greek yogurt. So you take 3 eggs and you crack them in a bowl. You mix in, it was like 1/3 of a cup to 1/2 of a cup. Honestly, it's a little bit negotiable, of non-fat Greek yogurt from Costco. And that sounds disgusting, I'll be honest, but I swear you only taste egg. It tastes exactly like steamed eggs. So you whisk it all up. I mixed in some garlic powder, and then I put in some of that flake sea salt in there and mixed that all in nicely until it was gently and smooth. I baked it, well, no, I didn't bake it. I put it on the stovetop, sorry. With a water bath, I put like a bowl upside down, and then I put a bowl with the eggs on it on top of that, and then just put it in a big pot to steam for 20 minutes on the stove, which got it nice and cooked. And then I decided to get extra, of course, and I probably will try to do it like other ways that are a little less, indulgent, but me and indulging, we just love each other. And so I put a piece of pepper jack cheese on top of that and steamed that until it melted. And then I took it out of the off of the stovetop, and I topped it with a little bit of that homemade, I still need the recipe, chili crisp oil for a flavor. So that put the macros, it was still somewhere around 300 calories with like 36 grams of protein. It was a whole big bowl of like these delicious, almost pillowy, just flavorful. Oh, I forgot, I added just a tiny bit of better than bouillon, chicken bouillon into the eggs. It was delicious. And it was really filling. I also, after I was done, because I still had like just a little bit of room, I do this thing called bunny munching, where I'll have like a veggie that's kind of like in the fridge. I've done it with kale, I've done it with, shredded cabbage, I've done it with carrots, I've done it with just anything that's kind of fibrous. And if you have a meal that's really just kind of protein and cheese, and you want something to kind of anchor it, a carb would anchor it, but something that's going to anchor it like a lot better, future me would be so proud of this, would be to go in, and what I do is I just kind of like would grab a handful of my ready chopped, cabbage, and just eat like a couple handfuls of it, and that just like anchors the meal. It makes it like really solidifies in my stomach. It's not gonna in any way, now with that much protein, that much fat, and a little bit of fiber on there, that is literally gonna tide me over for quite some time. But I also don't feel that weighed down. I feel actually pretty good. That was kind of nice, The other thing that I started another supplement that was just kind of fun, and it's got 5-HTP in it or something. I'm going to take a picture of that and show it to. I found it on Shein, so it was like cheap. It was not regular priced vitamins. It was supposed to kind of help with skin and brain function too, but it works by like helping level out the serotonin levels. And I know that neurodivergents struggle with serotonin, levels sometimes, and not so much the ADHDers, but there are, others around that might be struggling with that. And I was wondering if it could just be like a general drop of serotonin, like a regular drop of serotonin, and just something that would help boost that anyway, just to feel good. So, because I with the other ones, it's a little bit different. But anyhow, so the scale isn't quite moving, but I'm feeling like really good in my energy, really good in my strength. I've been doing more of the calisthenics routines. I've been doing a lot more working on the project, trying to get those thoughts and insights together so that they can kind of sort of come together for something a little bit more cohesive that I can give away later. And we're just trying to kind of work out the kinks to see what I can do to just kind of make it all rounded out, and then we can get it all preliminary sent out. People can request it if they want it, but they have to understand that it's still under review. I plan on having a short release with some educated friends to double check the kind of information that I want to put out there before I just go ahead and put it out there, because it is just silly old me and my little video camera in my little room with my little stuff. Anyhow, cheers to everything you're trying to work on. Have a good day.